What's crack-a-lackin' party people? Welcome back to the Expert's Edge. Have you ever wanted to just ghost on everything and everyone for a bit? I feel you. Unfortunately, some peeps take the whole poof be gone thing a scotch too far. I'm talking vanishing without a trace into thin air, like Poof David Blaine style. But for reals, not just some corny magic trick. We're talking legit gone. Now I know some of you are thinking aliens did it, but let's be real. The little green dudes abducting folks is just a conspiracy theory. Or is it? Turns out there are actual places right here in the good old USA where multiple people have legit disappeared without explanation. We're talking unsolved mysteries up in here. So grab your Scooby snacks and let's get spooky as we explore the top 5 places people vanish in the US. First on my list is the Bennington Triangle in Vermont, where 7 to 10 people vanished without a trace. I don't know about you, but the thought of vanishing into thin air gives me the heebie-jeebies. Unfortunately for the unlucky souls who wandered into Vermont's Bennington Triangle, disappearing is exactly what happened to them. Between 1945 and 1950, anywhere from 7 to 10 people went poof in this spooky little corner of New England. The first to go missing was 74-year-old Mitty Rivers, a mountain guide who led a group up to the summit of Glastonbury Mountain. According to the hikers, Mitty lagged behind on the descent. When they reached the bottom, he had vanished. Despite extensive searches, no trace of the experienced outdoorsman was ever found. A few months later, 18-year-old Paula Weldon decided to take a stroll down the long trail. When she didn't return home that evening, a search party retraced her steps, but found no clues as to her whereabouts. Paula seemed to have dissolved into the autumn air. 2 years after that, a Bennington bus driver stepped off his bus to check something during his route. He never made it back onto the bus. The remaining passengers didn't report him missing until they reached their final destination. The driver had disappeared between stops, almost like he'd been beamed up by aliens. Or maybe snatched by a rogue Sasquatch with a grudge against public transit. Whatever sinister forces were at work in the Bennington Triangle, they seemed to vanish along with their victims. No traces, no leads, no closure for grieving loved ones. Just an empty space where a life used to be. Pretty spooky, huh? I don't know about you, but Vermont's Triangle of Doom is not on my list of vacation spots. I prefer to do my disappearing with a magician, not some mysterious mountain vortex. Next up on my list is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, where over 1,600 people have disappeared. If you're looking to vanish without a trace, the Great Smokies are your spot. Over 1,600 people have gone missing here since the park opened in 1934. As someone who's hiked these hills, I get the appeal. Nothing but miles of quiet trails and dense forest as far as the eye can see. Perfect place to escape, whether you meant to or not. The stories are strange to say the least. Take 6-year-old Dennis Martin, who wandered off on a family camping trip in 1969. Despite the largest search in national park history, no trace of Dennis was found. Weirder still are the disappearances from the Appalachian Trail, where hikers go missing only to turn up days later with no memory of what happened. Aliens, maybe? I blame the moonshine. My favorite tale is the Death Valley Germans. In 1936, the remains of 2 German immigrants were found in a remote Smokies Valley, but investigators also found an axe-split skull, the murder weapon, and remains of a 3rd victim, who's never been identified. Spooky, right? The case remains unsolved to this day. So next time you visit the Smokies, watch your step. Stay on the trail, don't split from your group, and whatever you do, avoid Death Valley at night. With 160,000 acres of wilderness and a history of unsolved mysteries, this park has secrets yet to be discovered. And not all of them pleasant, I'm sure. Sweet dreams. Moving on now to other notorious vanishing hotspots, like the Superstition Mountains in Yosemite. So you want to disappear without a trace, do you? Well, I know a few spots where that seems to happen with alarming frequency. Take the Superstition Mountains in Arizona, for example. Legend has it, there's lost gold mines and spirits that don't take kindly to visitors. Since the 1800s, countless prospectors have vanished. Did greedy ghosts get them? Your guess is as good as mine. Yosemite National Park is another place where people pull a Houdini. Almost 1,600 square miles of sheer cliffs, massive waterfalls, and creepy forests. Perfect for losing yourself, permanently. Some blame sinister forces, others blame the elements. But with over 60 unsolved missing persons cases, there's no shortage of theories. A few other spots to drop off the radar: the Ozark Mountains, the Sierra Nevadas, and pretty much anywhere in Alaska. Lots of rugged, unforgiving terrain where you might encounter hungry wildlife, treacherous weather, or shady characters. Of course, if you're prone to spontaneous wilderness wanderlust or midlife crises, these places will tempt you to roam free. Just do me a favor and pack supplies, tell someone your plans, and try not to become another unsolved mystery, okay? The world's a strange place, and people continue to disappear without explanation. But whether it's paranormal forces, foul play, or misadventure, there's no shortage of notorious spots where the missing just vanish into thin air. Sweet dreams. And here we are at number 5, the Alaskan Triangle. Alaska is a big state, and most of it is uncharted wilderness. Lots of space for people to get lost in, if you catch my drift. The Alaskan Triangle covers a huge area, mostly in the southeastern part of the state. Lots of small aircraft and boats have vanished here, along with the occasional hiker. Amelia Earhart, is that you? One of the most famous cases is pilot Frederick Valentich, who disappeared in 1978. Fred was flying his Cessna over the Bass Strait in Australia when he radioed in about some strange aircraft zipping around him. His last message was, "It's not an aircraft." Cue spooky music. Fred and his plane were never seen again. Some think he got caught in a time warp. I'm leaning more towards the little green men theory on that one. Of course, Alaska is also home to plenty of bears, wolves, and rough terrain. Getting lost here is easy, and staying alive is hard. In 1972, 2 experienced hikers disappeared along the Stampede Trail. Their remains weren't found for over a decade. I'll hike somewhere a bit warmer, thanks. There are lots of theories about the Alaskan Triangle. Everything from UFO abductions to secret military testing. Maybe it's Bigfoot gone rogue. The most likely explanation is that it's a perilous place, and the local wildlife probably has a taste for humans. Still, I wouldn't rule out wormholes or portals to other dimensions just yet. The truth is out there, and in Alaska, it may stay hidden. You couldn't pay me enough to go looking for it. Well, slap my knee and call me Sally. Turns out there are some real spooky places right here in the good old USA, where folks up and disappear faster than my ex-wife when the alimony check is due. Makes you wonder if little green men really are snatching people up for experiments on their backsides, though my ex-wife's backside was so big, even aliens couldn't abduct it. Anywho, keep your wits about you if you visit these parts, or you may end up vanishing into thin air too. Just kidding. Probably. But hey, consider yourself warned, and be sure to subscribe for more creepy content. Stay safe out there, folks.